Okay, welcome to the video and I'm glad you could join me. Here we have the last part of the Equinox laser. So what's left to do? Well, just this one cable. And because this is one of the things that I can't quite finish off, because I was hoping I had some 3mm bezels in stock to put into the back, but I don't. And I need to drill a hole for this microphone, which again goes into the back, but I'm not prepared to drill it at this stage because I don't plan to use this as a sound to light based unit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the cable over and wrap it with the Helaman. And to do that, it's very straightforward. And if I take roughly where it's going to end up, it's going to end up like that. Let's just get a bit more out, like so. So there's the cable in its sort of final position. Let's do it that way round and then to there, so that the cable is as flat as possible. All I have to do is take one end and rotate it round the first piece of wire, like that, and then just take the cable and it can get a bit fiddly, as you can see, but once you get it, it's easy stuff to work with. Just bring it round to the next bit. Now, because it is variable width and size, where we get to this bit, I'm going to take one more coil round, and then the next one will just encompass all 3 bits of flat cable there. So then I just bring it round all 3 cables and bunch them together in one loom, like so. So when we get to the end, I have 2 options. I can leave a little tail or I can cut it neat. Now, because I may need to lengthen the wire a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide it up just like that, so that it's a bit tighter, and make it fit with a little tail. Now, I'm not using this bit, so for now I'm just going to tuck it underneath all the other cables like that to keep it out the way. So where are we with this? Well, at this point everything is complete. Everything is tidied up. These fans have been replaced. The fans on the backs of these laser units have been replaced. The stepper motors have been cleaned, lubricated, adjusted, tested, and sort of aligned. I will say sort of aligned because there are things that are not quite perfect, but that would involve breaking off mirrors and re-gluing mirrors and things like that, which at this point I'm not quite prepared to do because where I've got it is good enough. There's one job that I can't do, which is this yellow laser here. Now, for some reason it's only producing red, and I've got to look into it as to why it's only producing red. But as it stands, I've got 2 options. I can either disconnect it completely, leave it in place, or just take out this optic glass here, this dichroic glass, and have this one next to it as a beam splitter, so that the beam goes forward and onto this front mirror and then onto the pair here. So I could actually have 2 green beams, a main red beam and a main blue beam without the yellow, until I can sort out what the issue is with this yellow laser. And that may well be the way I'm going to do it. So where are we? We're sitting here at the bench with the unit, with all the cables tied up. They're all individually loose. I could put a zip tie around there, bit of tape, whatever, just to bunch them together a bit more. But at the moment, I don't feel that that's necessary. Everything seems to be in position. Everything seems to work so far. So let's turn the power on. And the first thing it will do will be to find out where all these mirrors are. And it does that automatically and zeroes them off. So there we are. It's found the mirrors. Now it's putting them in demo mode. And yes, it rattles, but then these mirrors are moving at a fair old rate. It's never going to be a silent unit. The next thing I can do is use the safety key to actually turn the laser beams on. So what that's done is it's actually now activated this transformer here, which has powered up these two power supplies, the one on the bottom, one on the top, and this one here, which supplies power to all four lasers. At the moment we've only got the 3 beams coming out because this red laser should be amber, but it's not, it's actually red. And I'm waiting to find some more information as to why it's only producing a red. What I'll do, when I finally get a cure for that, I will figure this one out and power it up properly and get an amber out, and that will then bounce from this dichroic glass to that mirror to these mirrors. But at the moment I've got 3 lenses working and 3 beams, and they're working quite well. Now while we're here, if you do like the video, click the like, click the subscribe. You know, we'll go into all the YouTube guff. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this outside and run it outside in the dark and probably frighten the neighbours a little bit and maybe upset the police helicopter and all sorts of wonderful things like that. So let's just turn the power off. I'm going to put the lid on it. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it open so that you can actually see everything working at night. Hopefully you'll see the beams and it will all be fun and games. So let's get on to the outside shots. Okay, we're outside on this lovely cool night and look at the lasers working. Plenty of splashback off the green. The green seems to have the least focus beam of the lot. The red and the blue, nice and clear, very easy to see, and no real backsplash at all. That's why you can't see anything. Anyway, it's pointing out, it's firing out. This is actually sitting flat on my patio area, or my lower patio area, and pointing down the garden. So here we are. I've actually moved the camera now and it's pointing at the end of the garden. Now, the lower part of this is around about 30 feet away from the laser unit, and the upper part is nearer 60 feet away. I'll give you some idea of the power of these beams and the strength of this laser. Bearing in mind, this is actually a low power unit for commercial use. It's actually not the highest powered unit I've got. The one I use in the workshop is, I think it's twice the power of this one. It's going through its demo routine and just doing its thing really. Now, obviously the red is not showing up too well on the trees. So let's point this up into the sky. Now you can just see the outline of my antenna there. And I'm going to pick the unit up and point it into the sky very shortly. There we go. And you can see the beams bouncing off the antenna. It's not as nice as I would hope, but unfortunately at this time of year we don't get many foggy nights. Now if we did, then we could easily see all the beams as they leave the unit. All you're seeing at the moment is the occasional cloud reflection and reflection off the antenna there. Now that antenna is 50 feet up in the air and 60 feet away from the unit, so using Pythagoras would put that somewhere near 75 feet away if we work on the isosceles triangle thing. So there you are.
And with that, I'm going to leave you with this lovely little laser show, and hopefully you'll step off and watch another video which will appear over on the side of your screen. The top one will be the rest of the series if you haven't seen it, and the bottom one will be something that YouTube chooses for you. Many thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe as I said before. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye for now.